Hello, Cheryl here. Right, so before I start reading out this one, I don't know. Sometimes I read out these emails that I've written. I think, my God, what's going on in your brain? So, uh, let me just start off by saying I hope that you can forgive me for what I've written here. But yeah, let's see how it goes anyway. Right, so, um, right, so this is about fat. We're talking about fat now. So, I just want to start off by saying fat is good. All right. And as I say, fat is good, I maybe can sense that you're saying in your head, what, Cheryl? Fat is good. Fat is good. Probably say, no, Cheryl, fat is bad. Well, I'm going to say it again. Fat is good. It's extremely good. Okay. And I want you to take away absolutely everything that you've heard up to this point about fat being bad. All right. So take away those low fat foods, the low fat diets, ditch it. Right. And then in my email, I've put here, kick it to the curb. All right. So I don't know what's going in my head. But then what came to my head was like Jerry Springer. Jerry Springer just like popped into my mind. And I was taken back to the 90s. Now, yeah, I'm a 90s girl. Yeah. So, yeah, I was around back then. and so, yeah. Jerry Springer just came to my head, and I was like imagining that you're probably reading the email, or you might be listening to me now, and you're probably like wanting to pull my hair, when I'm Jerry Springer, and they're sitting there, and then the whoever's the person that's being cheated on or whatever, when they would come out on the stage, and then all of a sudden they'd just have this great big brawl and start ripping out each other's hair and whatever else. I just started imagining, as I was writing this thing out, I was imagining, oh my God, they're probably ripping my hair out now. I'm having this brawl with somebody because of fat, because they don't believe me. Moving on. So the Harvard Health website states, so this is how I'm trying to convince you, right? Fat helps give your body energy. It protects your organs, supports cell growth, keeps cholesterol and blood pressure under control, and it helps your body absorb vital nutrients. There you go. That's what fat does. So all those things there that I've kind of listed out from the Harvard Health website, okay, not just from Cheryl Best's head. Okay, all those things that I've listed out, those are all issues for us ladies with PCOS. So can you see that fat actually could be beneficial? Right, so we tend to have issues with all of those areas. Do you agree? Yes? Now, fats have been deemed evil due to a type of fat, and that fat is called saturated fat. Right, so saturated fat is the fat that we really need to kind of try and steer clear of. And unfortunately, this is the fat that we all tend to have too much of. So saturated fat is one of two types of fat. And unfortunately, when we think about fat, we are thinking about saturated fat, and the other type just gets pushed to one side and we don't even look at it. We don't even think about it. And I want to change that. And I want to highlight both types of fat, because both fats are good. I mean, saturated fat is good, but the issue is when we have too much of it. Okay, that is the issue, is having too much of saturated fat. We need it, but in our modern diets, we do have too much of it. In our modern diet, where I know it's hard because life's hard, isn't it? Life's hard. I don't know. We're probably working all the hours God sends. And sometimes it's so much easier to buy foods and we don't really know what's going on in the food. It's probably better to just go to the supermarket and buy like a ready meal and just pop it in the microwave and listen to the ping, and then we just go and eat it. And it's like, okay, we don't really care what's in it. But it is those kind of things, all the takeaways as well, because it's so much easier. And I get it, because our lives are so busy. But it does tend to be those types of food that are laden with the saturated fats, and those are the ones that, it's not saying we can't have them, but it's when we're having them, it depends how much of it that we're having. No, don't get me wrong, there's times when I eat it as well, because I don't want to kind of be here and preaching that we have to be all healthy, healthy, healthy. No, I love a takeaway. I love it. I love it. I love eating sometimes those types of food. Go to the supermarket and grabbing a ready meal. And some ready meals are really good as well. I must say that as well. I'm not kind of poo-pooing it all. Some ready meals are really good. They are. But it just depends on how much of it we're having, and are we mixing it in with other things as well. So I don't want to be coming up on here and being the nutritionist that's kind of saying, oh, you must only eat this and you must only eat that and we must only eat our pumpkin seeds and our blah. No, but we do need them as well. But we need to have this balance, and I think that's the issue, that we're not getting the balance. So anyway, before I continue waffling on, I will talk more about fats. I will change your mind about fats, because especially if you're, I would say, I'm a woman in my 40s, especially if you're a woman in your 30s. We've grown up, if you were around in the 80s and the 90s, we've grown up with this thing where fat is really bad. We've grown up with it. We've had all the stuff with the the different kind of like the diet kind of stuff that we should be having. I don't want to mention the names, but the types of foods that we can go and we start counting points and all those kind of things. Don't even want to kind of mention the names, because some of the stuff is good, but a lot of it is pitched as being this low fat stuff. And you see, I'm waffling on now. A lot of it's pitched, I'm going to go there. A lot of this stuff is pitched at being low fat stuff, when really it's a lot of low fat, but a lot of high sugar, and high sugar converts into fat. And so sometimes we're not really being told the truth about what this stuff really is. Yeah, it's low fat, but then we'll throw in lots of like sugar instead to and then you have all this sugar instead, which in the end still converts into fat. And that's sometimes the big lie that we're kind of being told. So yeah, but anyway, I'm going to stop because I'm waffling. So I'm going to stop there. So in the next video, next email, I'll talk more about these fats. And like I said, I want to change your mind about fat. If you're a girl, a lady, or whatever, if you've grown up, like I've said, in the 80s and the 90s, I would say that, yeah, you've got this in your mind that fat is evil, fat is bad, and I just want to change that. Okay. All right. Anyway, I'll see you soon. Have a wonderful, wonderful day. And if you are in the portal, if you want to go and listen to it now, it's entirely up to you. But I'd say just save it. Just have this bit for today and then come back tomorrow and listen to it tomorrow. You don't need to do it now. Okay. So anyway, have a wonderful day. You take care. Bye-bye for now. Bye. If you would like some ideas for things to try, then just click below this video. It will take you to a page which explains about a checklist that I've got for you. So this checklist is a PCOS and stress checklist, and it's listing ideas for diet, listing ideas for exercise and relaxation. So just giving you some ideas of things that you can try. Now the checklist is not there for you to be choosing a long list of things to be doing, but it might just help you to give you some ideas of things just to help you to get started. Okay, so if you are interested, just click underneath this video and you'll be taken to a page which explains more. Okay, bye-bye.